This is the Brian McCarthy Interview Show. If you're under 18, don't listen. Having said that, the show is really awesome. And if you did listen, no one would really know. But don't listen. Don't listen, kids. Okay? Don't listen.
Niños, escuchen estas palabras mientras que salen de mis labios agrietos. El siguiente programa, aunque esto sea muy divertido para toda la gente, no es para los niños. Como un burro que busca agua fría, un balde, y eso le va a dar toda la satisfacción que necesita, esta agua no es para ustedes. Por favor, vayan donde sus padres. Ayúdelos a limpiar los baños. No vayan a escuchar esto. Es muy importante. Que Dios nos bendiga a los Estados Unidos.
Enfants du monde, détournez les yeux et bouchez-vous les oreilles. Le programme suivant, bien que spectaculaire et divertissant à tous égards, n'est pas pour vous. Veuillez vous détourner et jouer dans les Champs-Élysées ou peut-être dans les catacombes humides de Paris, car devant vous se trouve la ruine. Vous avez été prévenus, s'il vous plaît. N'écoutez pas, et pourtant, sachez que nous faisons tout cela pour vous, car vous êtes l'avenir et vous êtes la lumière. Que Dieu vous bénisse et dit bonjour à votre mère de ma part.
你好，圆眼睛的年轻人，请晋升阅读本内容，因为本内容仅供成年人阅读。如果你违背父母意愿选择阅读本内容，他们将不再爱你，你这个老兵。
Utautakoa obiaseke miazane otatia ulube kwa teazate usepo tatukua kalimu unakwe akasume utautakoa obiaseke miazane otatia ulube kwa teazate uyoba obisa abichina.
Brian McCarthy Interview Show. Adam is now drinking his Coke, his disco. Listen to that beat. Breaking it down in Uptown. Take your hand and touch it. Now rub it. Brian McCarthy Interview Show. Listen to that beat. Touch it. Now rub it. I wish I could still drink. It's a weird time of day to be doing the show, at least for us. If you're just listening, then it's probably, you don't really care, or if you're watching at any given time. But typically we do these on Friday at 1 o'clock. But today we're doing a Wednesday. It was like 3:30ish, something like that. Yeah. So anyway,
3:30 EST.
Yeah. So we because tomorrow I'm leaving. I have to go to Austin, Texas. I have to go. It's very important. I have to go. I've been summoned by what's the guy's name? Tony
Tony Heathcliff.
Tony Heathcliff. That's right. And this big red dog. No, Heathcliff was a cat. Remember Heathcliff was like the budget Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
There was like Garfield,
You're thinking of Clifford?
No,
the big red dog?
No. There is a Heathcliff. Who's like a shitty version of Garfield, kind of like how you have.
I know.
Okay.
Referring to the red dog comment.
Yeah, Clifford the big red dog is he's a big red dog. But
yeah.
All right, the show's going great.
As per his title.
Exactly. They're not. That's not just some weird moniker they gave him.
Gotcha.
Or ironic. He's actually a small yellow dog,
not a small black cat.
Kind of like when big fat guy and his name's Tiny.
Yeah, sure. It's ironic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm friends with Tiny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you're watching, the background here is the mothership. And by the way, we're just fucking around. It's a goofy, dumb thing.
I'm trying to get some heat going. For you and Austin.
I have some news.
I'm trying to get you a spot in the main orange room.
Listen, my good friend Joe DeRosa, his career has been on fire recently, and he told me not to tell anybody this, but when he's headlining at the club this weekend, can't get a ticket, folks. It's sold out. Okay?
Is that right?
I think so.
Don't even try.
But they're gonna curtain most of the room, so it's sold out. But it's only about 20 people. Joe's incredibly funny. Anyone in that room will be lucky to see the show, and I'm going to see it Friday and Saturday, so I'll have lots of notes.
I think that would be great if you had tags.
Yeah. Or I'll nudge a person next to me on Saturday. I'll go, wait for that. Wait, it's going to come up because it's going to be good in a minute.
This part's good.
It's going to be good.
That'd be fun.
He's a good friend of mine. But no, what's happening with Joe, and Joe asked me not to say this, but I think it's okay, is that you've heard of Joe Rogan, right? Well, Joe Rogan is retiring, and Joe DeRosa is taking over all of that shit.
Yeah, it's going to be the Joe DeRosa experience.
No, here's the weird thing. It's called the Joe DeRogan experience. That was the only thing. Rogan's like, look, I'm going to go.
Great.
He's going to go on like a 2-year hunting trip. He said he wants to kill an endangered animal on every continent. So he's starting here with something that's endangered, and then probably like the black bears of Florida or something. It's up to him. I don't follow that kind of stuff, and it's going to be the Joe DeRogan experience. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hopefully I can get on that couch like that unfunny UFC guy that everybody hates with the the Gringo in the Room or Bandito Garrido or whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I'm talking about, right? He was like an ultimate fighting guy.
Yeah,
and,
Brendan Schaub. You're talking about the Gringo Poppy.
Oh, the Gringo.
It's a
Poppy.
masterpiece.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so maybe I can be the Brendan Schwab of the Joe DeRogan show. So we'll see.
I think
I'm
that
not.
would be great.
Listen, I'm not friends with people because of what they can do for me, but you know, what can you do for me? Anyway, so welcome to the show. You know, if you're watching like right now, you can always come in with some, bullshit if you'd like to, or guess what? You don't have to. It's fine. Whatever you guys want to do. It's or ladies.
Is there any other options you want to give them?
There's either this or the other thing.
You can either say something
or not.
You cannot say something.
Yeah.
You can
or
passively listen.
Mm-hmm. But
you're folding laundry.
I do prefer, if you're listening, to not listen to anything else because I feel like you're going to miss a lot of nuance, so you might walk away from this and just remember some half-remembered thing. But if you're actually sitting in, that's why it's hard for me to go see stand-up comedy. Like unless it's, I told you I'm going to see Louis C.K. right? Yeah. So that'll be at the Beacon in November, But the last time I went, Jocelyn and I went, a year and a half ago, probably something like that, maybe closing in on 2 years. And he was at the Madison Square Garden, which is a performance space in Midtown here. And he was performing and we bought tickets. And, I can't see very well anyway, so I don't give a shit where I'm sitting. But we were like, we were so high above us that we were sitting like in the lights. Like there were lights around us, like with gels. Yeah. They kept changing gels around us.
You were in like some kind of grid.
Yeah. We were so high up around the lights that we both had to join their union.
Yeah.
Just for the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were in golden time.
Yeah. I was local 482 for these tickets. And they were still like, I don't know, $175 each or something. I mean, very expensive.
Yeah.
But when we were sitting up there was somebody sitting, I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating, but we were really, really high up. And there were people behind us. I'm not exaggerating when I say, I think there may have been 6 or 7 rows behind us. And then it just stopped. I think then it was then it just got to then it was 8th Avenue, I think. So it was just all the way down a full city block west. And there was a woman who kept talking to her boyfriend, and she was asking him about the jokes while I was watching the show, and I was getting so annoyed. Yeah, but that shit happens,
I guess. Yeah,
I don't know. You'd like to think. My thought is, if you're in a theater and you're spending, a lot of money and really stand up is one of those things. As much as I like to shit on it, you really kind of have to pay attention to it. There's no such thing as you never go to you go to a restaurant and they have live music in the background.
Yeah, right.
You'll never
just
go
wait to the end of the joke and just kind of politely clap.
Or you won't go to a restaurant and there's some guy quietly doing jokes while you're eating. You just kind of
that would be great.
Yeah, it would actually be really funny. That would be fucking brilliant.
The kind of Lenny Bruce.
Yeah. Or
type.
Straight up just material, just burning through everything. You just look over and it's Brad Trackman over by a piano. Put the covers down on the covers on the piano, and he's just telling jokes
with a blazer with the sleeves rolled up.
Yeah, exactly. And gentle crowd work, but only about the food. Hey, how do you like that filet mignon? Any more well done? You have to give you a hockey stick to hit it with. Anyway, so anybody had the disco fries? Well, you better pull your collars out of your shirt.
This guy gets it.
Yeah, this guy gets it. What are you guys celebrating an anniversary? Oh my God. I think we just invented a restaurant. So Comedy Crowd Work Cafe.
Comedy Crowd Work Cafe.
Yeah. But actually I like that if it's fine dining, everyone's
you want to get real. Yeah.
How sometimes I've never actually
really.
Yeah, I've actually never been to one of these restaurants, but you go to a place and they walk around with a violin. Imagine you go to a restaurant and it's just a roving comic and he just comes up and stands there but they roast you the roast cafe. So they come up and he goes, "Oh yeah, nice date. Is everyone you date a fucking pig?"
But I also like the idea that it's fine dining or one of those crazy high-end restaurants with an open kitchen.
Yes.
So the kitchen's really noisy.
Yeah.
And he's roasting the kitchen
as
well.
Yeah.
I like any business that tries to be too many things.
Me too.
I'm a big fan of that.
Okay, so I have a funny story about that. So there is for those of you who don't know, there is a celebrity chef named Bobby Flay. Okay.
Sure.
People know him. You know him.
Fella.
Yeah, exactly. He owned a restaurant in New York. First place I think he owned was called Mesa Grill. It was really good. It's gone.
Oh,
yeah.
I think I've actually been there.
Yeah, I think it's gone now. I think.
Okay.
But anyway, so he opened a place called Bar American, which is over like 55th Street, over by 7th Avenue. And I went there. I've been there a couple times, and I think like the first time I went there, we were having dinner, and I was with some other people, and big surprise, I was having a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
And Bobby Flay's behind the line, and it's a big open kitchen. So I just kept yelling, Bobby.
Wait, he's actually there?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was there.
Must
yeah.
have been in the beginning or something.
Well, I mean, some of the look. There's another Le Bernardin is another, which arguably the best restaurant in New York, and the chef there is Eric Repair. And every time I've been to Le Bernardin, he's fucking walking around the dining room, like
I guess they have to at least really, really manage the day to day.
Crack an egg once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, so but I kept calling over Bobby Flay, and at one point,
Going, Bobby.
I was like, hey, Bobby Flay, everything's going great. Everything's going great, Bobby. It's delicious. And at one point, he just like looks over and he goes like this to me, like cut it out.
100%.
And then he came over to the table. But in his defense, because I met him once before.
Oh, you did?
Well, I tell you, okay, met him is a strong.
Yeah,
okay, I saw him on television. No. I'll tell you what happened.
Him.
No, I'll tell you what happened. There used to be. I know I sound like such a dinosaur, but there's a place called ABC Carpet and Home, and ABC Home is still there. And I was at ABC Home, which was a super high-end, like luxury store with fucking sofas and stuff. And funny enough, I sold rugs there across the street for a year. I worked at ABC Carpet, which was across the street. But I was in there one day. I was in ABC, the home part on the other side of the street, and there's Bobby Flay, and he was standing there like with kind of like when you go to Costco and there's like a lady with like little pieces of sausage.
Oh yeah.
Bobby Flay was there, and he had
samples.
Yes, giving out samples of his like steak sauce.
Wow.
And he had a bunch of books behind him. It was weird. I actually went up to him and I was like, "What are you like?" It seems like a.
Well, I guess that was probably before he was as. I mean, Food Network was a thing, I'm sure, but it probably wasn't as now. I mean, that whole thing is blown up. I mean, those people are like legitimate celebrities.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll tell you why. This was probably like 2000. So he was enough.
Okay.
He was enough of a celebrity that I was like, oh fucking, why is Bobby Flay manning his own
pale bastard?
Electronic griddle. And he's doing like little
if he was using a George Foreman grill, like some other signature.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah. It's just everything is
crossover.
Right. Yeah. And he's wearing a Coors Light party ball behind him. He's just he's wearing a Hulkamania shirt. He's like, I'm all over the place. Buy some hot sauce. But he had this steak sauce. But I remember saying to him, like, Bobby Flay, I'm like, I swear that you're doing this yourself. And he was kind of like, yeah, I know. And he like kind of like somebody called in sick, He was like, I know, it's weird. I know it's weird.
Contractual, probably.
Kind of like
to do
kind of like
5 appearances.
Yeah, if you went to Disneyland like 1960 and like Walt Disney was working the teacups, he's like, no smoking. You're like, you're the only one smoking. Apparently, Walt Disney smoked like 5 packs of cigarettes a day. He was like a huge, and he loved Hitler.
Yeah. I knew that part.
Oh yeah. Did not care for the Jews.
No.
So in any event, Bobby Flay came over to the table. I was with these friends of mine, and he came over and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "You're yelling a lot." And I said, "I'm just so excited." I'm like, "It's so wild to see you."
Excited.
Yeah. And he was laughing.
You look down and you're just fucking hard as a rock.
Yeah, I know.
That would be in like a pair of Dockers.
Yeah,
just fucking,
like way. And
I'm just like,
they're covered in pre-cum. There's just like they're like white pants.
Yeah,
and there's just,
but he could tell you're like, he could tell you're a combination of like a little slow, but also like sexually aroused.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a terrible conversation.
Which you're just like,
and also
so
pissed drunk.
Kind of. So he's just kind of trying to be polite, but he's also like afraid of you.
Well, it's like when you see somebody that's special needs and you get close to them and then you realize like they have an erection.
Yeah, exactly. We've all been there.
We gotta, all right.
We're all celebrity chefs. We've been there.
Dial this back for a minute, I guess.
So he kind of came over and was like, "What are you doing, you knucklehead?"
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, he went over.
He seems like a guy that maybe newly takes himself seriously, but kind of like, I know he's from New York.
Yeah, I think he's kind of been through it a little bit.
I think so too.
I think
like
he takes
Irishman.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure that he knocked up January Jones.
Oh,
the girl from Mad Men.
Sure, I know Betty Draper.
Yeah, but I don't think that they went anywhere.
I mean, Don was always out of town.
Yeah, Don was always selling
the
cigarettes
place in the city, and or was that Pete Campbell?
Well, Pete had a place. Oh God, we're really
Pete had
doing
a
this.
place in the
Yeah,
city.
Pete had a place in the city. I remember one episode of Mad Men. Somebody asked his French Canadian second wife, well, how many square feet their apartment was, and she was like 1750, and I was like, oh, my place is bigger than Don Draper's, just a little bit. We're
Yeah,
1785.
both got a sunken living room.
I do.
Yeah,
I should fill this place with ashtrays.
his second wife was hot.
She was hot. The little
She had
French,
kind of crazy teeth,
She had
but
bad
but it
teeth.
was like, but they weren't bad. They were just like
small.
kind of, weren't they kind of spaced out?
Yes, they were.
And then remember,
Her mom
the
was hot.
fucking your mom was up, but my favorite was when Harry Crane, he got a high position
Yes,
somewhere,
yes.
and he became like drunk on Power,
Uh-huh.
and then he tried to fuck Don
Yeah.
Draper's ex-wife. I think that was after they had already broken
Yeah,
up.
they
or
had
something,
broken
but
up.
Yeah,
and
it was great.
Yeah, he worked like an agency, and he was like, "I want to
Yeah.
take a meeting," and
And
he's
he
sitting
was like,
there.
"Meet me up in the hotel, and then we'll talk about it." And she was like, "What the fuck?" Like
Yeah.
Harry Crane was like,
Yeah. Well, I remember him.
dirtbag.
Yeah, I that show. I remember her mom on Mad Men was
Right.
Don's daughter walked in while her mom was sucking Roger Sterling's dick.
Yes,
The mom was
that
hot.
was a great show.
That
by the
really
way.
was a great show. For
Like,
those of
one
you,
of my favorite like
Yes.
TV dramas.
if you've never seen Mad Men, and it's also one of those things where, unlike this show, it's evergreen. Ooh, Joe Biden, and it's
Yeah.
evergreen, so you can really just appreciate it whenever you want. And again, for those of our friends who are listening who are in Ireland and maybe even the United Kingdom, which is not Ireland, thank you, Ulster forever. That's the other way. That show, Bad Sisters, is really good.
Okay, I never saw Bad
It's
Sisters.
fucking great, and it's basically it's about these Irish sisters, and the guy dies and blah blah blah. But it's really really funny, and it's good, and you watch it, and it's like kind of about like upper middle class Irish people. So I'm tired of seeing Irish shows where it's like some guy's drunk and he's rolling around in a peat bog, and he's like, "Oh, me children are dead because I can't afford no medicine."
Sure.
You know, it's always like some horrible or
Yeah,
some
it's
English guy skull fucking his wife or something, and looking at him like, "Oh, you like this? You Catholic? You Catholic, are you? Where's your Jesus now? You knave." Oh, I fell apart there, but yeah. So anyway, that's what we're talking about. But before we said fucking Don Draper, there was a point to all that nonsense.
No idea. We were talking about Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay, that's right.
And Bobby Flay came over to the table and said he was telling you to cool it.
He's calling it, yeah. But tomorrow, now I'm going to Austin. So tomorrow night, I was
you got a show. You're going up at the
going
Comedy
up.
Mothership.
Where do you go up?
I'm telling. That's just what I'm going to tell people.
Yeah. Say, yeah. So Brian's
And
going.
wouldn't it be? But wouldn't it be? Do you kind of want, like, considering all this stuff that we've talked about, you and Joe and your dynamic?
Mhm.
Do you kind of think it would be very funny to just like, take it really far, like be really presumptuous and just be like, "I figured I was opening for you," like just show up and like, do you think you could sell it?
I couldn't sell that. No, because I do that shit.
I mean,
all,
not sell it like you actually believe
Yes.
that you were going to do
I know
that.
what you mean. I know
Not
what you
that it
mean.
was going to happen.
No, of course. Yes. I don't think with Joe I could, because I've been
Okay.
fucking with Joe all week long, where I sent him a message
Okay.
yesterday and I was like, I understand this green room is very selective. Do I have to bring a blazer or a tuxedo? Because I'll
Yeah.
pack both, but I don't want to carry anything on.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're picking me up at the airport, I'm flying zone 6, but I'm also going to be the disabled guy, so I'm going to get on the plane first. If that factors into where you're going to pick me up, which, by the way, why would that matter? Bless you. Why would that matter? Bless you again.
Also, I'm active military.
Yeah. Also, I'm active military, and oddly
And
enough,
expecting.
I'm a stewardess, not a flight attendant. I'm a
Yes.
stewardess.
Yeah.
I'm good for drinks and emptying ashtrays, and that's it. And goose me all you want, first class guys. Go right ahead. Hey, Brian, get over here. I got a layover in Toledo tonight. You want to come twist my Pella? Oh, shut up there, Mr. 3A. I call everybody their seat numbers 3A.
Sure.
Let me get another Rob Royce, sweetheart, and a cigar ashtray. This is only made for cigarettes. Okay, sure, Mr. 3A. I'll be right back. But Mario Bosco sounds just like
He's
right?
he transitioned and became a
Are you
flight attendant.
If you're sitting in that seat, are you sure you can help if there's a problem? Can you open the door? That's him being in the emergency.
God, he would be great on a plane.
It would be great in a plane.
I'm thinking about that now.
Well, you could also travel with him, and you could put him up in the overhead. You could
you could. He's definitely as small as a personal item.
Yeah,
he would fit. Like even if you had to fit him in the thing on Spirit.
Yeah, you could. But when I fly, obviously, you should see me in the airport. It's pretty embarrassing because I can't see the numbers and stuff. So I have to act like
Yeah.
I'm really blind. So I bring the orange and white stick and I open it up and I'm just kind of like, I walk in the airport and I just kind of knock into shit until somebody comes over.
Yeah. How do you get to your gate? Do you just run into somebody and go, "Hey, I'm 23A,"
something like this? Okay.
and then
So
bring you?
I'll walk you through it. It depends. Sometimes it's wild because sometimes it's always different. It's like a snowflake, right? So I get out of the Lyft or Uber or whatever, right? And in front of the, what terminal I'm supposed to go to. I come out. There have been a few times where I've gotten out and there'll be a guy that just runs right over.
Yeah.
Who's like from baggage claim or outside. They sort of do like that. They'll do baggage. You can do check baggage outside. So one of those guys will come over and sometimes like they're just fucking bored. And the guy will just walk. I've had a guy walk me all the way down to security. We didn't, you don't ever wait in security. And you go right around, you go to the employee part. He flashes his badge. He kind of like jugs his thumb at me.
Yeah.
And then we go through. And there have been several times where I've gone through and I turn to the guy and I go, listen, I'm not like that blind. Now that I'm through security, am I going left or right? You can just tell me from there and I'll figure it out. And then he'll go, no, I'll walk you. And I go, no, you don't have to. And he goes, no, fine. He goes, it's fine. He's like, I'm already like, he's like, I'm gonna like, he'd rather do this than do whatever he was doing. So
yeah. Well, I feel like there's a, certain amount of staff delegated to like disabled.
They're all okay. Well, for example,
there's always the wheelchair guys.
Yeah, but that is a little different. But okay, for example, one time when I was flying out of Phoenix, Arizona, I got to the airport and it actually, when I got into the actual airport, and this woman came up to me because I had the stick out and she was like, I'm the disabled like liaison or something. And she was a volunteer and she was like fucking 90 years old. She's a little old lady. And she was like a volunteer and she came over to me and she's like, so where do you need to go? And she had like a walkie talkie.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm United, flight whatever. And then she called in somebody who came and like got me. And I was like, guys, this is really overkill. And they were all just kind of like, well, it's either this or nothing. So
the helicopter.
Yeah, exactly. They get one of those like stretcher things they use when you're at sea, and they like for submarine rescue. So there's that. But then there's sometimes, this is actually pretty funny. I went to go visit Paul Dennen to surprise him for his birthday a few years ago in Puerto Rico. And I got to the airport and I sometimes I come in with the stick and I just walk up and I kind of go in the general area where I think security is going to be. And then someone at that point, there's like a 10, 11, 8 people standing around. And I'll just say out loud, because sometimes they're just not paying attention. Sometimes I'll go, does anyone work here? Is anybody working? Can anybody hear my voice? Actually, an employee. And then someone will come over. And then they come over. And then from there, they'll take me through security. And then oftentimes they'll just go, I'll say, hey, listen, I'm fine from here. I just need to go left or right. And they'll go, okay, go left. And I go, thank you. And then I just go. And then at a certain point, once I know I'm in like United, because it might be like United and Delta in that terminal. Once I know I'm in United, I'll look for like a customer service desk and I'll go over and I'll be like, I'll have this stick. And I'll be like, hey, I'm not quite sure. And at that point, we're looking for a seat upgrade too.
Yeah. You ever think, do you ever wear like dark glasses?
Oh God, yes. Well, no, otherwise I'd have to make my eyes look really crazy. I'd have to like,
what if you put in crazy contacts?
That'd
be kind of,
well, the joke I always make when I go through, I always wear the sunglasses when I go to security. When I get to the TSA person, I always say to the person, I swear to God, I do this. I go, before I take these off, just so you know, they're just 2 big holes with scar tissue.
God.
And I go, you ready? And they're kind of like, they like, ugh. And I take them off. I go, just kidding. I said, look at these baby browns.
These babies.
I said, you fallen in love already?
Yeah.
And then she loves
feel it too.
And I said, my classic black lady line. I go, hey, you know what they say? Once you go white, nothing's ever right.
You know what's crazy
ahead.
About that is like full, like there are some attractive TSA black ladies.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like that might be kind of like my demographic.
Yeah, sure.
Especially when I was in the South.
Well, you don't live too far from LaGuardia. So what you could do is you could just go to security.
Hang out. I don't feel like I like the East Coast. Like they're a little too mouthy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want like a nice Southern gal.
Like Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta could be good.
Dude, because for my eyeballs, I was going to. So I want to come back to that in a second. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I'll go to like United to the desk and I'll say, hey, I don't really know. I know my gate, but I can't check if there's any updates, and they'll run it through. And then they'll say, do you want someone to walk you to your gate? And I'll go, no, just tell me how many down is it? How many is it? 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. And they'll go, oh, it's gate, 14 or whatever. So then I go to gate 14. Then I check in with the front desk person or the gate person. And then I'm like, then it's kind of like I go, hey, see where I'm sitting on the plane. I said, sometimes I don't know where I am sitting. And they go, okay, well, you're in the 12th row, but hold on. And they don't put you in first class. She'll come back. She'll be like, do you want to be a little further?
They'll give you like the best, the
Wanna
best
go farther
coach spot.
on the plane? I've got bumped
you?
bumped to business a couple of times.
Okay.
I've got some miles. I have some miles. I'm no Eddie F, but I have some frequent flyer miles,
Right.
But so then when they call the board, I'm usually like on the front of the plane. And that always because and here's the thing, when people should fucking understand that they should never get annoyed when they call people that are disabled first, because what they're doing is they're just getting these people, myself included, out of the way, because otherwise it'll take a lot longer. So everyone, that's why
I don't know. Do you think people get annoyed?
Oh my
Like,
God,
these
people
fucking
no,
gimps.
People turn into fucking 5-year-olds when they fly. Well,
oh yeah, well that
what I mean is like when they call the boarding, like people that are flying business, they always stand like right at the thing.
Gotcha.
And so a lot of times you have to kind of like bang through, which I have no problem doing. I just bang. But then like you got to go through. Yeah, exactly. Like go through like Ebenezer Scrooge. I'm like, no Christmas goose for you. But so that's what I mean. I don't know if people aren't like, Jesus Christ, but it's like people should understand that there's a method to the madness. And look, I'm not anybody to defend like airport protocols or whatever, but like there's, once you get the people in wheelchairs or me, like, because I get on that gangplank, I fucking get on there. I have to count the row 12 or whatever F, and then I'm in and I'm out. But if I have to go in and I have to count with my hand, it's a whole thing. So just everyone fucking relax, like let everybody just get through, and then that's that. So that's what happens. But what I was going to tell you when you mentioned the flight, the TSA people, is I was going to Atlanta all the time. I think you probably remember. And Atlanta for this vision thing at Emory Hospital. And I was going. So I was going back and forth, sometimes 4 times a month, right? So this one time with my friend, and we are going from Atlanta to New York, and we're in the Hartfield airport there, and great strip club by there called the Gold Rush.
Okay, yeah.
They got a nice
you've mentioned it.
Yep, Hennessy and Coke is good. Nice hot wings too. Good times. Nice droopy black titties too, which droopy.
Okay. Yeah.
I got them banana titties. Yeah, Daddy likes. All right, shut up. Anyway, so I'm in this, and because of my vision, I'm in the like down there, because like I said, every airport's like a little different. So there they have like a dedicated disabled line, So I'm in it, and there's this tall older black guy, like in his maybe late 60s, early 70s maybe, and he's wearing like one of those like black guy outfits, like pants and shirt that match, but like kind of like a Hawaiian shirt kind of, but like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well dressed, like a gold bracelet,
but like kind of silky.
I
know exactly what you're talking about. Maybe paisley or something. Just like real smooth looking brother.
He was like a smooth, exactly. He looked like the Quiet Storm, you know what I mean? He was like the Quiet Storm. So
like sunglasses indoors.
So I'm there, and this guy, and he had a cane, but but his cane was like a nice cane too. It was like not like a pimp cane, but it wasn't, I'm sure he needed the thing. So we're going through, and he's in front of me.
Might have been a pimp.
He was taking his so we're taking our shoes off and everything, and there's a young black guy who is working for the TSA, and the older black man like couldn't reach the bin, like to kind of, it was like those roller things. It was like on the other side of the rollers. So the old guy said to the young black guy, he was like, "Hey, young brother," like that kind of guy.
Hey, young blood.
He goes, "Hey, young brother, why don't you hand me over one of them bins?" And the young guy just kind of flipped it at him. And the older guy goes, "Oh, you have no respect. You have no." And all this, and I'm behind this guy, and I'm like, uh-oh. And I'm nudging my friend. And and he goes, you got no respect for your elders. He's like, look at you back there. Look at what, you think you're a gangster? And he starts like really getting into it with this young and the young guy's like, why don't you shut up, old man? And he's like, and he mentioned the old guy was in Vietnam, and he's like, this old man was in the jungles of Vietnam, but wasn't using any bad language.
Charlie,
but he was like, you wouldn't talk to me like that. We were on the street. He's like, but I don't think you and I live on the same street. I think I live on a nicer street. Like, just it got so black and like macro aggressive that like I was just, and I'm just standing there like, holy shit. Yeah. Because number one, like, because it was Atlanta, and Atlanta is a majority black city. And I've said this before, but like, it's a lot of fun to go there and be white because everything kind of works. It's fine. Like, it's, here, I think it's just like nobody gives a shit. And then everyone's kind of black and it's all kind of mixed up.
But it's a little bit, I've been in places like that where you kind of just feel a bit like you're like the guy from the Def Jam bit that like says things are preposterous. You know what I mean? Like, to them, you're that guy, but it's funny to be like the white guy.
Exactly.
and the only one.
And also, and I'll say this very carefully, but to see people in their like not native habitat, but like to see everybody just engaging each other without any degree of like racial anything.
Exactly.
It's just kind of happening.
Well, you're like the minority.
Oh yeah. Well, like, I'm almost invisible.
Funny. Yeah. But
I'm
it's also like,
oh yeah. Because I'm watching
fucking Poindexter.
Number one, in a million years, I would never say to this young black guy, like, hey, you don't have any respect. Like, I couldn't get away. Like, imagine I was like, hey, you don't have any respect for me. He'd be like,
no, he could have thrown the bin at you, and you'd be like, well,
Yeah. So all these other black people were TSA. At one point, they like kind of pull the young guy away because he's going to fight the older black guy. The older black guy is like, I don't have my shoes on. I'll still fight you. I don't care. Young blood. I kept calling him young
and
blood.
You never know if it's going to be like, if the guy's going to like fucking murder him or if it's going to be like Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, this guy thinks he's tough still.
It was just interesting to me because I said to my friend, once we look, ultimately nothing happened and we got through, but I turned to my friend once we got through and I was like, that was so crazy because nobody that worked there, like everyone just kind of let it all play out.
Yeah,
like
well,
nobody. But like you wouldn't in New York, that wouldn't have happened. Like it was a very like Southern Atlanta.
Well, I think that's kind of like the charm of it too.
Yeah.
It's just very. It's just kind of like let them fucking get it out of their system.
Yeah.
They did.
No, New York.
And then would be like, sir.
Yeah.
Like you need to, or like they'd be pulled out when interviewed by agents.
Yeah. Or
windowless rooms or something.
Yeah.
It's just, but I think it's also like. I don't know. I wonder if I'm sure a lot of it's culture, but then it's also just like population density. Like they have a higher threshold for tomfoolery because there's not as many people. It's just very like friendly and
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm with you. No,
it's like even those cities. You like look at fucking Atlanta. It's like 500,000 people.
Yeah.
It's like it's like fucking Rochester.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
although they'll tell you it's a huge city, but yes.
I mean, you think about it, you hear of Atlanta or like I was just in New Orleans. It's like New Orleans is not that big.
No, it's not.
But you think of it like they have this reputation, but like they're really small cities.
If you measure the city by humidity, it's the biggest one in the country.
Right.
Very humid.
Yeah.
But no, it was just funny how everybody was just kind of like, it just was like happening and then it just kind of went away. Yeah. In New York, it would have been like I would have been a fucking incident.
Oh, 100%.
And I was just like, and somehow I would have gotten caught up in it.
Yeah.
I go in there, step my head and I go, hey,
case.
Excuse me. White guys here. Let me help you to simmer down now here, sir. Thank you for your service. And you, sir, have no respect. And your cornrows aren't very tight. Anyway,
you need you go get a retwist.
Yeah, go get a retwist.
And
that was that same trip where I had a brand new thing of Kiehl's facial moisturizer, and I couldn't get it on the I couldn't get it through security, so I stood there for 20 minutes giving it to people.
Yeah,
I was like, I can get this through, and it's $80.
You're like Bobby Flay with a
Bobby. Yeah, I'm like
outside of ABC Kitchen.
Oh, try eating this. I don't know. Could be good. I don't fucking
doing
know.
Little samples.
Yeah,
I was
like, anybody feel ashy? I remember black people. Yeah, black people because it was Atlanta.
That actually would be a really fun.
I was doing that.
Like
I promise you.
Like you look a little bit ashy.
Do you feel ashy?
Because whether
or not you are ashy or not, if you feel ashy, you're ashy.
Yeah. No,
So,
it's the
yeah.
you know,
So
so-
tomorrow night, obviously Joe's not taking up for Joe Rogan. I don't want Variety to pick that up. But tomorrow night I was going to see Joe, but Joe has something going on. So I'm going to take Kurt Metzger and his lovely girlfriend. We're going to dinner at Steiner Ranch, which is
God, don't tell people there's going to be
it's been voted.
clamoring droves
know.
of clamoring fans.
Well, I found this place. It's the #1 steakhouse in Austin, voted on by SteinerRanch.com.
Yeah?
So the good folks at SteinerRanch.com have told me that the
Mhm.
number. Let me tell you how fucking ridiculous Google is. So I went on Google because I wanted to go to a steakhouse in Austin, right? But I didn't want to go to. I'm staying in downtown, and I thought it might be fun to go to someplace that's like Texas, not like like a Ruth Chris or whatever, or some kind of downtown
Right.
fancy-ish kind of, because those places, they could be anywhere. So I thought it'd be fun to go to some place, I don't know, out of the city a little bit. So I Googled like best old school steakhouse in Austin, Texas.
Mm.
And you know what comes up #1? Lone Star.
Lone Star,
Like, which is, for those of you who don't know,
no,
Lone
it's
Star.
absolutely SEO is ridiculous. I
Yeah.
mean, it's all fucking
And it says
ridiculous.
sponsored on it, but it's like,
Yeah.
so according to Google, the oldest steakhouse and the best one in Austin,
Oh,
Texas,
yeah.
is a one that has 8,000 other locations.
Mhm. And you can also visit in Edison, New Jersey.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, and it's by every airport. Yeah. So, but I found this. I went all the way down and I found Steiner Ranch. So I made a reservation. It's 29 minutes driving outside of Austin, down wherever I'm staying, downtown Austin. But
Okay.
and I call.
Yeah, well, the good thing, if you want real Texas shit, you really only have to get like 5 blocks off of
Right.
like 8th Street.
Yeah.
And that's already
I know.
like
I'm.
bumfuck.
I know. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
Texas is so funny like that.
Yeah, I'm and it is also funny too, because I made a reservation talking to the girl at the restaurant, and I was like, I just noticed, I looked at the weather, I'm like, is it really 97 degrees down there? She was like, yes, sir, it is. I know it's
Yes, sir.
terrible hot, but it's good. The heat keeps away the Jews and the gays. So
Mhm.
would you like to
Uh,
sit?
A trans
Yes.
agenda.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
the-
that kind of heat, the trans people explode
The
after
drag
90.
queens, the drag queens can't groom our children when it's
Their makeup
above 80.
Yeah, once their makeup melts, it's like they're like the witch from Wizard of Oz. They
Yeah.
just, in a sea of disappointment, they just vanish. Their
Uh,
parents' tear, they drown in their parents' tears.
Exactly. Hey, real quick, we got,
What do you got?
something from Roy Cohn Esquire.
What's up, Roy Cohn Esquire?
He said, I represent Mr. Trackman. A number of years ago, you agreed to not mention his name
Oh,
going
shit.
forward. Cease and
I'm
desist
sorry.
incoming.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'd
this
like to-
guy, this is Brad Trackman's counsel.
Okay.
Roy
allow me to
Roy Cohn
address.
Esquire.
Excuse me, habeas corpus. Give me
And
a
he was
minute.
also Donald Trump's mentor, right? Roy Cohn. Wait, wasn't Roy Cohn? Wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, right. He was.
Yeah, Roy
He was
Cohn.
the gay. He was the gay lawyer guy,
He was
right?
very gay, and
Yeah.
but he
Not
was
gay enough.
He
in
was
my
very
opinion.
very much a top though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even consider that gay.
Okay, #1, I was not, and I would maintain I was never actually making fun of Brad
No,
Trackman
no.
ever. And it's just the name that popped up into my head to talk about a restaurant where somebody's doing comedy like in the corner while
Right.
you're eating.
Which I think was initially why didn't he call you to be
Oh,
like, "Hey, will you stop?
I know.
Will you
So
stop
awkward.
talking
I know.
about my
It's
comedy workshop,
Yeah. Well, comedy college.
comedy college?"
Yes. I'm
Yes.
yeah, I think I said something along the lines of like I'm auditing a class in in balloon animals or something. I don't know. This is stupid. I don't have any problem with
Clowning.
Brad and blah blah blah. It's
no,
fine.
it's
I
just
mean,
good, clean fun.
It's just fun to like.
You have to be. I feel like if you have you're a comedian. You ever notice
Go ahead.
a lot of comedians don't have a good sense of
No,
humor
yeah,
about
they're
themselves?
Incredibly thin-skinned.
Fucking A.
Mhm.
I mean, there has to be a correlation between that, right? Well, actually, you know what? I feel like I heard somebody say one time, you get into comedy to try to control how people are making fun of you, or like how, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of like you're getting ahead of it, maybe.
Look, I have talked ad nauseum about how I am annoyed how comedians consider it like a
Mhm.
like a culture of comedians, and they only hang out with each other.
I'll give
But-
you culture,
But I will say this: the majority of comedians, you don't want to spend any time with them anyway. Like the ones that are my friends, like Joe's a lot of fun. Kurt's a lot of fun. Eddie's a lot of fun. Jim Jeffries is a lot of fun. Brad Trackman is the best. I don't know if I make it down to Cherry Hill, but when I do, I always stop by, and he always takes me to lunch in their comedy cafeteria. It's terrible though, because it's always the woman who
what
works.
Go ahead.
The woman that works the line. She goes, I go up to her and I go, you working hard? And she always goes, hardly working.
Fucking hardly working.
Fucking.
Oh, Kevin Gilly said Jeffrey Gurian. We almost forgot Jeffrey Gurian.
Okay. Funny enough about Jeffrey Gurian, earlier today, I was on Instagram and Jeffrey Gurian showed up in my fucking feed somehow. He popped right up.
Somehow.
That ageless imp. I'm looking at this. I'm like, is this current? I guess it must be, but they're asking questions about comedy and
asking him questions.
I don't know. Somebody off camera asking him about
somebody. He'll tell you exactly what that is. That's somebody that's an NYU student,
right?
That he posted and got to do free work for him. He always sounds like a fucking.
I know. I didn't want to say it. Like you're probably right.
I will 100% say it.
You're saying,
as somebody that's interacted with him on a semi-professional level.
Are you saying it wasn't Stephen Colbert? Okay, all right. Well, I didn't know.
Making a documentary about me. He always has like 8 film school students. Making a documentary about him.
Look, the thing about Jeffrey Gurian,
that was his idea,
which is wild to me, is, and in a weird way, he's a very nice guy and he's always been very sweet to me. And I don't really have any real, other than the time he told me I wasn't big enough to be on the Bennington
but
show.
That's like exactly what I'm talking. It's just kind of like, come on, Jeffrey Gurian.
Yes.
Like you're Jeffrey Gurian.
But he had a little bit of authority and he had no problem big timing me in like 2 seconds. So shit does roll downhill. But what I was gonna say about Jeffrey Gurian is, like, I'm watching this little clip, this Instagram clip, and I made it through maybe 30 seconds, maybe not 20 seconds. And at one point he says something along the lines of like, the training that my training in like something, not therapy, but he managed to like pivot about like, while he was doing this thing about comedy, he managed to kind of get in there something along the lines of like what I've learned with meditation or something like that.
Yeah, he's a big like mental health guy.
Which, by the way, like if people really believe that kind of thing or whatever it is, then I have more respect for somebody who, like, for him, like, that's no bullshit. Like like, he'll look at you and say, I'm a professor of loveology, and he will really believe it or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So, but he went off a little bit on that, and I was just like, wow, look at him, man. God bless him. Because, if you look at his Wikipedia page, he's 47 years old. He's still at it. So good for him. He's doing great. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, like, in terms of these comedians, like, I mean, I don't know who's going to be in this green room on Friday and Saturday night. But I don't care really. You know what I mean? But like, trust me, like, I have been in a room with, Ari Shaffir many times, and like, I've never felt a desire to chat him up or have a conversation or whatever. And I don't think he wants to talk to me either. So it's kind of, it's kind of a perfect storm of like, no problem there. But yeah, trust me, when I come back from Austin, I will have a full, only on Patreon. No, I'm just kidding. I'll have a full report on my trip and this steakhouse. And there is a place called the Iron Bear, which is a bear. It's proudly bear owned and bear operated. And it is right by my hotel, apparently. And it is a gay bear bar. And did I tell you I called the place?
Maybe.
Okay.
What happened?
Well, I called the bear. So
how'd it go?
So there's a couple of people that I might kind of see for a meal here and there that are not affiliated with, my headlining turn at the Comedy Mothership.
Yeah.
With Tony Hinchcliffe and Dirk Diggler. And so I was looking for places to have lunch kind of by the hotel. And then I realized that this bear place. So I called the Iron Bear in Austin, Texas, proudly bear owned and bear operated.
I should hope.
Fucking hair everywhere.
I found out if I get in there and I find out a bunch of twinks or otters are running this thing,
my Yelp review,
I will shut this fucking place down.
Man, all those bears, there must be honey everywhere too.
Oh my god,
everything's sticky.
A lot of people stuck in like windows.
Yeah. If it's sticky, by the way, it better be honey. I've had enough bear cum to last a lifetime. Thank you very much. They usually make me fart it out of my asshole and lick it up like a kitty cat. So anyway, so I call the Iron Bear. Sorry, I call the Iron Bear, and I wanted to know if they had a menu and food and things like that, and they also had merchandise. And the guy was really friendly. I said, I'm coming down from New York. I said, I'm not a bear, but I'm an ally. And he goes, well, that's nice. And I said,
gay Southern folk.
Yeah,
That's
gay
that's good, clean
Texas
fun.
Southern too.
Yeah.
So he goes, well, we have mugs and T-shirts. No, I'm sorry, pint glasses. We used to have mugs. We only have pint glasses now.
We got pint glass.
So
merch. Okay, so
yeah,
you're
and
already looking
T-shirts.
for souvenirs.
Oh, I'm coming back. You're getting a Iron Bear T-shirt.
I would love
You
if
are-
you'd bring me some kind of harness.
You're kidding.
But
I actually made a joke with him. I said, do you have any Iron Bear onesies? Because I have a
for baby bears.
for baby bears.
Mhm,
He goes, "No,
bears
we-"
in training.
He took everything very seriously. Because no, we have the T-shirts. We used to have. I think I mentioned we used to have mugs, but we
Yeah.
have,
Now, any food? Did you
Yes.
said you asked if they had a menu? What kind of?
do you want to call the Iron Bear right now?
I mean, if you want.
Let's just see, because it's
I
not.
mean-
It's a good time. Let's see if I think they're open at lunch.
Probably still in your it's probably still in your-
Is it saved under there? Look under the company. I just called it Poppers. That's the company, because no, it's not really saved. But if you Google Iron Bear, probably
So I don't know how many, but you call a lot of people though. So
Yeah,
it's
but
probably-
just Google Iron Bear and the phone number, the
no,
little
I
phone.
will.
icon
I
thing.
thought maybe it would just come up.
Oh no. I did
Uh,
call, but it was a while ago. I'm always.
Oh, it was a while ago.
well,
okay.
I mean, like 2 days. I'm very busy on
Iron
that phone.
Bear, Austin.
Yes, Austin, Texas, and let's just get the
I
guy.
don't want to get the Iron Bear in Austin, Missouri.
Well, and
That
they
would
have a
be-
great website.
Yeah. Let's see website. Check it
so-
out. Ooh,
Yeah. See
like they
it?
almost have like a GeoCities. Okay, should I
Yeah.
just call them?
Yeah, call him and put on speakerphone, and I'll just talk to the guy.
Oh shit! Sorry,
It's okay.
Fucking show playing. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Let me stop
All right.
that.
All right, it's okay. Adam's getting it. Sorry, I know we sprung to this.
Yeah,
on
I
you.
need 24
I'm
hours.
sorry,
notice
sorry. Yeah,
for-
sorry about that.
for-
This is a real
to run
union.
a
You want to talk to
speakerphone.
your union delegate?
Yeah.
Sorry about
Okay,
that.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Everybody be cool. We're calling the Iron Bear.
Okay, just hold it right up to you. There we go.
Okay, everybody be cool.
Be cool.
You can play along. Are they open? Are they open during the day?
Pretend you're like a guy on the down low, and you want to like know
Yeah.
how like security and
Yeah.
make sure they like
Are your
you
glory
won't
holes?
be like doxxed.
Right. Are your glory holes?
Oh darn it!
Well, I wasn't going to leave a message. Hi, Iron Bear. This is Brian McCarthy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I was hoping you have I wanted to make a brunch reservation, but I don't know if you do brunch on Saturday. So anyway, huevos rancheros and some bears are in my future. I'll see you in the funny papers. Bye.
I don't know
Okay.
what they're gonna make heads or tails of that,
No.
that message.
So that's it. So Iron Bear. So I will go.
Okay.
I'll get you a t-shirt. I'm going to
Do
get
you
a
think
bunch
they
of t-shirts.
screened your call? Like a Sam McCarthy boy
I
again?
can't- yeah, right.
Fucking goofing around,
It'd be
horsing
funny.
around with his
It-
cable access
Yeah,
show.
right. It's like The Shining. You look at my phone and I just call the Iron Bear 3,000 times. I'm like, I don't know if you can find the number or not. I don't know if you could because I don't know.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah,
I've
It's
only
like
called
fatal,
them-
fatal attraction with the Iron Bear. Yeah, I mean, I think you should definitely go in there and
Fuck
kick
yeah, I
some
am.
tires. Yeah,
100%,
that'd be
yeah.
fun.
I'm getting t-shirts. Absolutely. And I will. And I think they do have food. I mean, you can't bears don't
But
become
you know what?
bears don't become bears by dieting.
It's true. Well, I mean,
You
it's
know.
not like it makes eating makes you hairy, but it,
Well,
but I guess you
heavy.
got to be. Yeah,
Probably-
I guess you got to be both, right?
Yeah, you need protein.
Let's see.
We
here.
at my gym.
Contact, menu. Here we
Okay,
go.
menu.
Okay, kitchen hours.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh boy, and I got the menu. I got the kitchen hours.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you're getting in so Thursday kitchen is only open till 10 p.m.
What about lunch? They do lunch?
So Saturday,
Uh-huh.
11 a.m. to
Oh,
11 p.m.
great.
So
Okay.
and it looks like I don't think there's any kind of brunch. Southwest egg rolls. Let's see.
They have to be-
Appetizers, smash burgers, wraps, salads. So this is just kind of like,
Yeah.
stuff to
It's not bear themed. Everything
yeah,
is
just few, just so you can keep butt fucking.
Yeah.
Take a break.
just take a quick break, have a
Yeah,
smash
Have some
burger.
carrot cake and a smash burger,
Oh,
wings, tenders. So this is like Ooh, the grinder. There's something called the grinder. It's a
Oh.
chicken sandwich, fried or grilled chicken tossed in buffalo
Okay.
sauce
All right.
with tomatoes and blue cheese on a brioche bun. Actually sounds pretty
But
good.
you have to eat it by swiping.
Yeah.
You have to swipe every bite into your mouth because of Grinder.
Yeah.
It'd be funny though if everything was like the Party and Play with just like a
Yeah.
vodka club soda
Yeah.
and some Prep.
Mhm.
Prep is that medication you take so that you don't get AIDS.
Yeah.
By the way, I finished the Charlie Sheen documentary about.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that in the
It's
next
really
couple
good.
days. Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. Denise Richards
Mm.
looks, and I'm sorry, Denise, if you listen to the show, and maybe it's caught you on a bad day, but like she looks rough.
rough. Yeah.
I
she was
mean,
a beautiful lady,
She was
but you know,
fucking dude. I used to jerk
Let's
off to
see.
Starship Troopers,
oh God,
Casper Van-
What was the Wild Things?
Wild
The
Things.
fucking Matt
Yes,
Dillon.
yes,
Oh,
yeah. Nev
the
Campbell.
champagne out of her cleavage.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yes, I'm with you 100%. Although I did remember watching that and being like, "Oh, Neve Campbell's too good to take her top off." Like I was a little bit
Right.
like, "Come on,
yeah,
girls."
right.
I hate sex scenes where people take their tops on.
Yeah,
Like that's
that
why,
makes
like,
sense.
I mean, I hate. I
or
mean,
they could just like do they could imply it maybe.
I don't know,
but don't
but
keep it on.
it just or it's like whenever you watch like a TV show and they have a strip club in it, and it's always the girls who are dancing around with their tops on. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
kind of bullshit strip club is this? It's not a real strip
Yeah.
club.
Oh my. Okay, so she just is real.
Well, she's 50
cartoonish
She's
looking.
54. She's clearly had a
Yeah.
lot of work done,
Yeah.
and she talks like this. She's,
oh God.
yeah, she's like, I like Charlie and I are friends now, but for many years, we were
Really?
rough.
I
Oh,
can't believe
yeah.
she has a fucking.
Yeah, she sounds like she smoked like 10 packs of cigarettes and a day
Interesting. Hmm.
for 20 years. And yeah, she looks rough. I mean, she looks rough. And so anyway, but
Hmm.
there's a great part in the documentary. It's no surprise that Charlie Sheen is HIV positive and he talks about it. And he also, there's a point where the guy they send everyone in the room in the documentary out of the room. They go, everybody, I'm going to talk to Charlie alone now, please. Thank you. And meanwhile, in my mind, I'm like, well, it's going to go on fucking, why send everybody out of the room? Because
Right.
everyone's going to
Alone.
watch this.
I'm gonna talk to him alone on TV
Yeah.
in a documentary.
That seemed a little ham-fisted to me.
yeah. Well, I mean, they always.
By the
try
way,
to-
ham-fisted. That's how
Oh,
I got
yeah.
HIV.
Yeah.
Fisting hams.
fucking
Winning.
Saturday night at the Bear
But
Bar.
He so they're talking to him and they go, you know, number one, he addressed the rumors that he butt fucked Corey Haim. And he's like,
Right.
I never butt fuck Corey Haim. By the way, you know you've led a ridiculous life when you have to
You
just
have to
dispel the rumors that you
butt fuck Corey
butt fuck Corey
He's
Haim.
like, I only butt fuck Corey Feldman.
Yeah. He's like, Corey Feldman, I thought we were friends. Corey Feldman's a fucking piece of shit. And I never butted Corey Haim. Case
He's
closed.
fucked him. He butt fucked him so hard he thinks he's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he
This
He
guy,
butt fucked him into- him thinking he has a good
fucking-
singing voice.
Yes.
Corey, he's like, Corey Feldman thinks I butt fucked a singing voice into him.
Yeah.
Winning.
Did you see Corey Feldman's on the new season of Dancing with the Stars?
Oh no,
Which
really?
I may almost need to at least watch a clip compilation.
You know what though? I don't like Corey Feldman, and as you know, but good for him, I guess, because that's got to be a pretty good paycheck for him. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. My friend Paco, who I used to be friends with Paco,
Right.
but Paco a couple of years ago was in Morristown, New Jersey, which is where he's from,
Mhm.
and he called me and he was like, "I'm at a bar and Corey Feldman is fucking performing."
He got sticker. I have a sticker on my
Yes.
my
I had a-
case.
I had a T-shirt. Big surprise though, the Corey Feldman merch doesn't really hold up.
No,
I don't wash the shirt. If Paco, if you ever run into Paco, who won't talk to me anymore
It's the
because of
lowest
Bruce,
grade
but-
yeah.
yeah, it was a shirt. And actually,
Gillian.
I looked at the tag on the shirt. It literally said highly flammable,
Right.
and then made by
Don't
slave labor.
wash.
Yeah, made by slave labor, highly flammable. What
Mhm.
size is this? I don't know. Does it fit? That's the size. Does it
Yeah,
fit?
Does it fit?
Anyway, but so good for Corey Feldman, I guess. But there's a
Ooh.
point in the documentary when the guy sends everyone out of the room. He's just alone with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
And he says to Charlie Sheen, like, okay, well, let's talk about HIV. And then he goes, what about you? Are you okay talking about sex with men? And Charlie Sheen takes a minute and he goes, well, imagine you have a menu in front of you and you've had everything on the menu. So you flip the menu over and you look at that side of the menu. And I swear to God, this is almost exactly what he says.
I love it.
And you look at that side of the menu and you go, well, I don't know, I'll try that, I guess. And then you find out you like that. And then you
Yeah.
forget about the other side of the menu. And now you're just eating off that menu. And now you want everything on that menu. And Sean Penn, who is
Wow.
featured prominently in this documentary. This is how weird this documentary is. Martin Sheen, his father, would not be on it. Emilio Estevez, his brother, would not be on it.
Yeah.
His oldest brother, Ramon Estevez, is on it. And then, of course, like Denise Richards and his old coke
What about
dealer.
John Cryer?
Oh, he's on it.
He's on it.
Yeah, what's he doing? He's like sitting around. He's like, I'm happy to get out of the house.
Yeah.
You're gonna put that powder hair on my head? Because I don't need it. I'm bald. Everybody knows it now. But anyway, what I was gonna say is like they're talking to him, and they have all these random people on this show, and they're talking about at one point his big fat crack dealer is on the show, and he's just talking. He's like, yeah, I would go over there for 3 weeks, and Charlie would be doing for 3 weeks and blah 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 blah. So yeah. Anyway, it's really, I'm not ruining it. I mean, it's wild to watch, but you should really. It's definitely worth a look.
Yeah.
And he seems like he's like 8 or 9 years sober, and he seems like he's fine, I guess. I don't know, but it's funny because like the part of LA that we lived in when we lived out there, we lived all around. He's like, I took my daughter to Moore Park. I'm like, I know Moore Park. It's fucking up from Thousand Oaks. I know exactly where it is. And then so it's just funny to hear all these places and kind of be like, oh yeah, I was out there when all this shit was happening. It's kind of like when I'm headlining at the Mothership. I'm like, Charlie Sheen and I did crack together.
Yeah.
You never smoked crack, right?
Never smoked crack, but I mean, still
The night
time.
it-
There's still
the-
time left.
The-
I got a couple of days off.
You should look on that Field app website. You go on and see if you can have some polyamorous crack smoking.
Polly and play.
Polly and play.
Polly want a cracker. Yeah, we should come up with code for
crack.
like a wife swap.
I think it's like, do
and
you play?
crack?
Well, I know that if you freebase, you ask people if they play baseball.
Okay.
And I know that was one of the few things in Boogie Nights that actually was like a real thing.
Baseball.
Like, remember Alfred Molina plays the guy at the end of it who is wearing like the robe, and he's throwing, and the little Twinkie Asian guy is
Like,
throwing the.
see check, like he wants him to see his stereo.
Yeah. By the way, that was a really, really stupid movie. I mean,
really, you thought that was
okay.
good?
I enjoyed the movie, but it was completely just like it did not happen. Kind of like Quentin Tarantino movies, like they don't happen in like the reality of the world, which is fine. But I mean, like, okay, at the end of Boogie Nights, the guy with the mustache, the kind of like cracked out kind of guy that was like, you sort of meet him later in the movie. Remember that guy? He's like his third buddy, and he's like, I know what we'll do. We're gonna make a big thing of baking soda, and we're gonna rip off this guy. And meanwhile, you're like, yeah, that's a fucking terrible idea. Like, he's gonna, no one's just gonna buy a bag for $25,000 and
right,
and just be like, see you later. Like, I mean, that was it.
I forgot about that was pretty stupid.
It would be great though at the very end. Philip Seymour Hoffman, he just turns and they start making out, and he's like, "This is what I wanted all along," and they just leave like on a horse together. That would have been a great end to Boogie Nights. But there you go. Oh, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, Denise Richards looks rough, and I feel, again, I'm sorry, but to her credit. And then I saw some Instagram's been really busy recently. Some Instagram reel with her, and it was like her new ex-husband lives upstairs, and he's watching. She has like 35 dogs, and they all run around the house in Calabasas, which is again not too far from where I lived. And it's just crazy. You watch all this shit, you're just like, God, these people
I think there's like a thing. This is my theory.
Go ahead.
That I just came up with. There's a thing with like women that used to be really hot,
right?
And then when nobody wants to fuck them anymore, they have to get a lot of one kind of animal.
Yeah,
like they have to really be really into birds or dogs, or like the dog rescue, or something. Like there's like some kind of trajectory.
I see what you're saying. No, I and I don't want to betray any confidences.
Yeah.
But right now I can think of 3 girls.
I think I know of one that
you
actually know personally.
Yes.
Yeah, it's, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's also, you know what? Maybe it's a lot of people or a lot of women, but we just don't know because we didn't want to fuck them at one point. We didn't have a poster of them at one point.
You know what's funny? If you met Denise Richards in 1996 and you went on a date, and she's just exquisite and gorgeous
Yeah.
and just great body, all of that stuff. And she said to you, I have a thing where we go back to my house and I fucking eat your asshole. I have 37 Pekingese dogs.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my God, that's so cute. I love that. And now
Charming.
you meet her
she's got
now.
Such a big heart.
Yeah. And she's like, I need money. Can you Venmo me $300? Because I ran out of money for chew
Like
toys.
she works at
Yeah.
Petco.
Yeah. No, or
You're
you're just
is
like,
that Denise
yeah,
Richards?
you're like grossed out. You're like, why do you have so many fucking the thing that was
Yeah.
cute in 1996? Now you're like, why do you have so many
like
fucking dogs?
She lives on land like in Nevada
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's always
Yep.
like a weird, like she lives in like a weird part of California or
Yes.
something, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
outside of
Right.
Bakersfield.
Yeah, exactly. Right. She's like,
Like on a-
Riverside County.
A compound.
Yeah. I'm a now and a half drive from Riverside County.
Yeah.
It's Death Valley, but not quite, because there's a nuclear plant close to there. So everything's
Sure.
a little radioactive, but I'm fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. I've seen more sunrises than I'll see sunsets. Anyway, so that's my
Mhm.
Denise Richards. But then the
Yeah.
other one, Brooke Mueller, I think her name was. She's the other. She's the other ex-wife that he talks about in this thing, and she's also, but she's still kind of hot. She's
Mhm.
blonde, and I remember her being I remember like hearing stories about Brooke Mueller when I lived in LA at the hotel my wife used to work. Like, and actually, my wife reminded me that my wife actually put together Charlie Sheen or Denise Richards' birthday party at the Four Seasons. So
Mm.
that was a
It's
thing that
nice
happened.
on a resume.
I know. But she never. We're watching this thing. My wife's like, "Oh yeah, that's because I literally had to stop the fucking. I have an 85-inch television, and I sit like a foot and a half away from it.
Mhm.
I had to hit pause, and I got close to the TV, and I was like, "Is that Denise Richards? Like,
Right.
holy shit, rough." So,
Sometimes I wonder if you had, since you're going to be an inch and a half away from it, wouldn't
Uh-huh.
it almost be better if it was a small TV?
it's a very good question. No, because you want
Perspective wise?
no, because you want everything to be bigger. I hear what you're.
Okay. Oh,
without-
even with the periphery, it's better.
Well-
It's good for it to be big.
Yeah, the way I position myself on a stool,
Yeah,
like
you know what
I
you're
have
doing.
it sort of
I
figured
trust
out.
you. Okay.
you know, if
Just thought about that. I was
but it-
like, interesting that it's big, because when it's big, you actually see less detail. If you're close, you want to be
Yes.
far from a
Luckily,
big TV.
almost all of the action when you watch TV happens in
Oh.
the center of the screen. And
Yeah.
if I sit far enough away, I can figure whatever. Sometimes
Yeah.
I move around. I do look like I'm partying playing. When I watch
It's
TV,
wild. I've
it
seen
is
you.
kind of aerobic.
It's
I
pretty
kind of move
wild.
around a lot.
Yeah.
And right. I kind of jump around in front of it like a caveman. Like, what is this magical box? What is this over? Oh, is that a
You're starting a fire in the
Yeah.
middle of your living room?
Yeah, like birds come out of the TV. I start like I'm like a cat. I'm swatting
Yeah,
at
it's-
them. Hey, hey, ooh, ah, ooh. Yeah.
Good
Anyway,
stuff.
should we jump over?
Yeah, we're gonna jump over.
Everybody, listen. If you watch this, just hit the stupid like thing. Just do all that bullshit that
Hit
people
the
ask you to
stupid-
do.
or don't, or fucking
Yeah,
whatever.
give a fuck what you do.
Fuck, you know what? Fuck
Okay.
you.
I am
Get out of here.
I am headlining the Comedy Mothership. Okay,
I'm opening for Joe
I'm
DeRosa.
opening for Joe DeRogan
Joe DeRosa.
because they made him change his name. So
Yeah.
I'll be at Mitzi's Bar, which is apparently the name of the
Uh-huh.
fucking bar that's in the place.
Sure.
And I'll be having my club soda. But if anybody
Yeah.
has mushrooms, I guess I'll do some mushrooms.
I'll be in the Sandy Shore Memorial Green Room.
Yeah, I'll be in the Freddie Roman
Mhm.
restroom in the bathroom
Yeah.
stall with everyone's talking about how big Milton Berle's dick is. Milton Berle had a big dick. God, who
Mhm.
cares?
All right.
Everybody, listen. I will be back with the full report next week, Friday. I'm going to take a bunch of pictures. Some of them I'm just going to put on Patreon. So just join the Patreon, please. 'cause
Yeah, join the
that's-
Patreon. Patreon.com/Brian
yeah,
McCarthy.
that's the best
you can
way.
get this show a little. We're going to do another part of it. You
Yes.
can get that later.
And you get like hundreds of other shows.
ringtones,
And-
videos.
Oh my gosh, that's it.
Uh,
Iron Bear T-shirts.
koozies,
Yeah, and maybe some coos if you're
branded
lucky.
tote bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meet you on Tryst. All right, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you next week. Okay. Bye.